So how many essential nutrients are there out there?
A lot.
45.
13 vitamins, 18 minerals.
45. 49. You guys need to have a good idea about what all these essential nutrients for life are for humans. But every different species is different. Some organisms can get all the nutrients they need from a much more limited list, because they have the biochemistry to make all those different amino acids, or they need less minerals in their diet, or they can manufacture these vitamins. But humans, we're limited to these 45 different compounds. Let's talk about what each of them are. The first one are the fatty acids. Now, for humans, we can make all different kinds of fat. You know, the body fat, the stomach fat, the butt fat. We can do all of that. But there is one group of fats that our body cannot make, and therefore we need to get it in our diet. That's why it's essential. This is called linoleic acid. There's linoleic acid, the regular kind, and then there's the alpha linoleic acid. Well, these guys have a much more common name you probably heard before.
Wait,
Who?
why do we need that again? Why do we need that? It's a fat.
It's a fat that our body cannot make. We cannot make this fat. And we make all kinds of things with this fat, but we can't make it from, say, taking a glucose molecule and attaching alcohol to it. Our body does not have the biochemistry to do that.
What is it used for?
Other animals and other plants can do that, but we cannot. So how do we get these types of fats?
Buy pills.
You could buy pills. Excellent answer.
Fish.
Fish, that's right. Because these guys are commonly called our omega-3s and omega-6 fatty acids. And we find them in fish. We find them in oils like sunflower seed oil. You can get this from flaxseed in high amounts. And there's been a lot of evidence showing that diets high in omega-3 fatty acids lead to healthy brain function if you have enough of it going through your system. 10 seconds?
Wait, what is it used for? The oil?
All kinds of things. For instance, making more of your brain. Your brain is made mostly of fat. So to make more brain tissue, you need to have plenty of these omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s, omega-6s. And it's found in fish. Yeah, not all fish, but like sardines, anchovies, not so much as shrimp, salmon, all like the really fatty fishes. That fat is mostly these types of fats.
What about those omega-3 vitamins?
That's what it is.
Exactly. That's in purified form. There are some shrimp that have omega-3s, but it's not normal shrimp that you put with cocktail sauce. It's a type of shrimp called krill. They're not actually shrimp. They're not even crustaceans. But let's not get too technical. Alright, the other essential nutrient you need is carbohydrates. Now, there aren't any particular carbohydrate you need. You don't need to have, say, glucose or large chains of starches. You can actually have a whole assortment of different types of carbohydrates. But the main thing is that our bodies need carbohydrates. That's the main way that we get all of our energy in order to do aerobic respiration. And when it comes to growth and development, this is when we particularly need to have those complex carbohydrates because they help in healthy bodily function. But yeah, there's no in particular carbohydrate that you need to know. 10 seconds? Remember guys, in your cordial notes, try to summarize this. So for instance, what do you need to know? You know that carbohydrates are an essential nutrient, and what else? Can you use any carbohydrate?
Yeah.
There you go. Alright, moving on. So guys, here are the essential vitamins. Write them all down. You have 10 seconds.
Oh, wow.
What? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Are we writing it down?
No. So, what I want you to take away is that these essential nutrients are chemicals. They're chemicals that are produced through biochemistry. And though we can make all kinds of different vitamins, like we can make vitamin D, for instance, from sunlight in our skin, all of these are essential. And for the most part, you need to get these from elsewhere. You have to get these vitamins from the food that you eat. And there are how many of them?
13.
13.
He's gonna say
13. Now, we kind of discovered these vitamins before we knew what they chemically looked like. I thought we got, funny names for them, like vitamin A or vitamin C. But they've also got a chemical name. For instance, what's the chemical name for vitamin C?
ascorbic acid.
Ascorbic acid. So when I'm looking at a package of something that I'm eating, it'll say ascorbic acid added to it. When I see that, what vitamin is found in that food? Vitamin C. If I see beta carotene added to my food, what vitamin is that?
Vitamin A.
Vitamin A. And so forth and so on. So just know that the different vitamins have different names for them. Both a funny, technical name, and also the vitamin name or letter, really.
Oh.
Alright, same thing is true for the minerals. How many different minerals does your body need?
15.
15 different minerals. In some amount, you need to have these inside of your diet, or you will not be healthy. Except you probably won't be alive. So, what are the ones that are probably the most important, though?
Iron.
Yeah.
Calcium.
Chloride.
So which one do you think, pound for pound, is the most found in your body?
Iron.
Calcium.
Calcium.
Oh.
A major part of your bones is made out of calcium.
What's chloride?
Chloride? Well, chloride
It's salt.
is one of the things that's found in salt. Sodium chloride. Yeah. And so you have that to keep your blood salty. And there's all different types of chemical things. It's important for nerve function, and important for sending muscle signals. But we'll go and learn more about each of these later on throughout the course. Yes?
Because right there it says copper. What if you eat a penny?
Well, then you're getting some copper in your diet. Although I recommend you not eating copper in that form. It's better to find it inside your Wheaties than through a penny.
So like we're made of copper.
Yes. In your body, you have copper inside of it.
That's crazy.
Just like you have selenium and zinc and molybdenum.
Phosphorus.
I don't even know
How
what
much
that is.
So what are these minerals? What do these minerals, where have you seen these before?
I've seen them in rocks.
Okay, seen in rocks?
Yeah.
Where else have you seen them?
On the field.
Cereal water.
On the
Oh.
periodic table. Excellent answer. So these minerals are literally the elements of life. You cannot live without these elements, Jess. You could live without uranium or iridium or argon, but you need to have these in your body to keep you alive. So we've evolved to find ways to find that in our diet and add it to our bodies. Alright, here comes a big one. Amino acids. Amino acids, now there's a lot of amino acids, aren't there? Do you remember how many amino acids there are?
13.
56.
56.
Nice even number.
56.
50.
20.
20. There are 20 amino acids. Now, our body can chemically make most of them, but there are several that we cannot make. And these are the amino acids that our body cannot make in sufficient quantities. And we have to get them from our food. So what types of foods have lots of amino acids or proteins in them?
Fish.
Fish,
Beans.
meat, turkeys.
Beef.
All these foods, you can go and find the amino acids that you need to survive. So, alright, this is an interesting question. Out of all the foods that are available for you to eat, what one do you think is probably the most nutritious? Toast. The food that, if I want to make more Mr. McDaniel, I want to make more muscle, more brain tissue, what food could I eat that would be the best for me?
Fish.
Eggs.
Human.
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 Yeah, human. I guess so.
One of you is really close. You want to guess? A little clue?
Oh, maybe 3. Oh.
Sounds right.
You are right.
What?
Humans, pound for pound, are the most nutritious thing you could eat. Because if I were to eat part of a human, you have all the right balance of all of the nutrients that I need to make more of me.
Why do they have to do it?
And yes, cannibalism, as we call eating other humans, is definitely looked down upon and should never be done, because beyond being, well, really gross, there's also a good chance that you can get a lot of the parasites and diseases from that person when you ingest their tissue.
So you can eat yourself and never get it.
And in many ways, we are constantly eating ourselves. For instance, in 1 year's time, you will have swallowed enough of your own cells inside your mouth to match the weight of your body. 1 year. We are constantly breaking down and digesting our body and reusing our own nutrients. Because humans are giant recycling factories, just like most animals are. We're recycling ourselves again and again. Alright, so animal protein is probably a better alternative, right, than humans, right? Yeah. So what's in animal protein? Oh, that's the protein. So that includes things like sausages, steaks, fish, my favorite. You know, I'm glad you brought that up, because choritos are one of my favorite ways to get lots of
Chorizo.
Oh, chorizo. Oh, no, listen, choritos. Choritos, this is the Spanish word for mussels. If you didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's down there too.
What about oysters?
Oysters are great way to get your good amounts of protein. Alright, so protein we've just now established is pretty good for us, right? Animal protein's got lots of amino acids and nutrients for us. But even though it contains all the essential amino acids, there is a few side effects, some negative things about eating animal protein. For instance, animal protein's got a lot of unhealthy saturated fat. That's the stuff that clogs your arteries, that gives you high blood pressure. It's just not healthy for you, as we'll be learning in the next couple of weeks. And the other problem with eating animal proteins is that it has a big impact on our environment. What? Really? Why does eating animals have a bad impact?
It's eating animals. It goes like extinct.
Okay, so we don't want to eat animals that are endangered. Probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
So we probably won't be eating endangered animals. So what do animals eat?
They eat
They eat other animals, or they eat plants. Did you know that on average, it takes about 6 pounds of corn to go ahead and feed it to a cow and have that cow convert that into 1 pound of beef? So what do you think is more efficient? Eating 6 pounds of corn or eating 1 pound of beef? Eating 6 pounds of corn. You can feed almost 3 times many people as you can with corn as you can with beef.
But beef is like healthier.
There's more nutrients inside of it, yes. There's more of the essential amino acids. But it has a bigger impact on our environment because we need more land to make the food and to feed the cows, to feed the chicken, to feed the pigs. And of course, what do cows do? Do they just eat up corn and turn themselves instantly into meat for us to eat?
Grass.
Not only do they poop and make lots of bad icky toxins that we need to get rid of, But also, unfortunately, what do they do with the cow?
Kill it.
They butcher it.
We have to kill it. And those animals need to die to feed us. And we kill millions upon millions of animals every year just to feed us. Just to feed us. Now, don't get me wrong, I mean, I am a carnivore. I definitely eat my fair share of steaks and chicken. And I'll eat anything as long as it's humanely killed. But, nonetheless, there is a cost of killing all these animals.
That's why it costs a lot.
They can go extinct, right?
No.
Probably not. Probably, we got a good handle on the management of our food. So, what are some alternatives to eating those big animals, like cows and chickens?
Tofu.
Tofu, okay. Good. Good. More on that.
What's tofu?
So, who here's ever heard of eating insects?
That's
Matata. The Lion King, yeah. Even Simba chowed down on that for about, what, a few years till he got all big and strong. You know that grubs and other insects are loaded full of healthy vitamins, minerals, and proteins.
What?
Yeah, in fact, all throughout the world, people eat insects. Now, you don't have to eat it raw. You can deep fry it, you can grill it. Tastes really good with a little bit of chili sauce. In Asia, lots of people like to eat scorpions for fun.
Oh, people fry spiders before.
Oh yeah, they do. They do.
I know.
They are. Hey, do you guys know what country is really common to find roasted crickets? Mexico. In central Mexico, it's really common to find grilled and roasted crickets. A little bit of chili powder, a little bit of lime. I've never had them, but I would love to try them. But they are delicious, healthy for you, and here's the benefit.
Protein.
Lots of protein, and they have a low impact on the environment. Alright, so okay. Maybe you want to skip the insects. You don't want to eat insects. You don't want to eat the cows or the pigs because they're cute and adorable and they're bad for the environment. What can you do? What kind of diet could you have? Vegetarian diet.
Bananas.
Now, vegetarian is great for a lot of reasons, but there is something to be aware of. You need to make sure you get enough protein. So, how many amino acids are there in all the proteins we need? 20. So, 12 of those amino acids humans can produce. We can make 12 of those amino acids ourselves. Now, 8 of those we have to get from what? From plants or animals. From what we eat. Here they are right here. Here's the 8 of them that we need to get. They're essential. Now, grains like corn or rice, they've got 6 of those essential amino acids. How many are we missing then? 2. And there they are. Here's the 6 we can get from corn and other grains. And beans, like soybeans or red beans, they also are missing 2. But here's the good thing. We've got all of these ones when we eat soybeans, red beans. And if you were to eat both of them, you would get all 8 of them inside of your diet. Boom. So you are able to actually get all the proteins you need from an entirely vegetarian diet. All the proteins you need. 2 more.
Isn't it like tastier?
A little paper? I'll do just paper right now.
Grab paper.
Here you go, sir. You will never be out of paper with me. That'll work. Job done. All right, 10 seconds?
No, what?
Yes, 10 seconds.
No, what? No.
Remember class, all of these are found online. You can review them anytime you like. You've got till Friday when we take our quiz. So don't fret. You have the resources available to you.
How about school? You get extra credit.
That's true. You do. All right.
Wait, if you
So-
after school, you get extra credit.
Charge, that is charge.
Now,
Not charge.
what are the ways you can get those essential amino acids? Well, we learned about one. The first one is
Rice and beans.
rice and beans. Ooh, my favorite. Always goes good on the side. You eat those right there, you get all the protein you need to be nice and healthy.
All we have to do is eat rice and beans.
Yep. But there's other ways. If you get sick of that, you can also
that all
eat.
day.
Taco, tortillas.
That's right. I like a good bean burrito. Yum, yum,
I
yum.
eat that all the time.
Makes me naked.
Chipotle.
There you go. What?
Lie.
Oh, more than that.
Yeah.
So what's the other thing you do? The third?
Like vegetable meat.
Who's ever heard of tofu before?
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Who knows what tofu is made from?
Soybean.
Soybeans. And so soybeans are basically chopped up and blended in, and they basically squeeze out all of the juice. And what you're left with is a delicious patty of protein from the soybean plant.
Smells like meat.
And you can cook it up a lot like chicken or pork and add it to dishes with rice, and you get a complete protein. Victor,
Mr. McDaniel, have you tried a ramen burger before?
a ramen burger, I do not. But if ever you want to go ahead and serve one up, I will take a bite out of it. Sounds good. Now in America, this is a very American bite. Here in America, what is one of the main ways that we get our vegetarian protein from? That's right.
I don't like peanut butter.
So it's not just peanut butter and jelly. The jelly doesn't do too much other than that flavor, but it's the peanut butter and the bread that really do it.
It's like peanut butter or something. I think
Oh wait, but it's really good for you. Lots of vitamins and minerals, and what's also in peanut butter?
Protein.
Yeah. All right. So what kind of vegetarian are you? This is the last slide we're getting today.
Alright.
All right.
What kind of vegetarian?
Here's what you know.
Oh my
Oh!
All you need to write is just those letters in red.
Oh.
Easy breezy. So,
Whoa.
first off, there's your traditional vegetarian. We talked about that already. But there's also flexitarians. They're ones that, on a special occasion, I'll try a little bit of salmon or there's a little bit of pork inside of that. Don't worry, I'll have a few bites. There are people that are very flexible in their diet, but they try to limit the type of animal tissue and animal products they have in their diet. Then there's lacto-vegetarians. They do not eat meat at all, but they will eat eggs. Sorry, they will not eat eggs either, but they will eat dairy products like milk or yogurt or ice cream. Ovo-vegetarians, however, they avoid all those animal products except eggs. They will eat eggs in their diet. And we learned earlier today in our daily catalyst, lacto-vegetarians, they do not eat meat, poultry, and fish, but they will eat dairy and eggs.
Oh.
But probably the most difficult diet to get,
The vegan.
the vegans. What do vegans not eat?
Nothing. No meat.
Anything from an animal, whether it be the honey from a bee, the eggs, they will not eat eggs.
A vegan animal?
Bees are animals.